Christ was kind-hearted, but he was not nice. If you read the Gospels closely, you'll see Christ was not nice when it came to sin and hypocrisy, especially the Sadducees and Pharisees, even though he had a perfect love for them. And it's important to read the Gospels knowing that every person he interacted with, Christ had a perfect love for. Perfect, which means you cannot improve upon a single thing he did or a single thing he said. And that love often came out as condemnation. For those it did not come out as condemnation for, it came out as a soft, merciful, compassionate love because he was calling them to repentance. And so once we remove repentance from that, it's no longer loving. And I would argue that that's one of the least loving messages a Christian can bring out, is to say, Christ loves you as you are. No, Christ loves you as the saint you are called to be and have the potential of becoming. And Christ loves you where you are, of course, but he loves you enough to call you out of that. And so if there's a message that says you can remain in your sin and remain in communion with Christ at the same time, you have to understand what this is actually saying. What is sin? Sin, amartia, means to miss the mark. It means to not aim your life at Christ. So if Christ is right here and I'm aiming my life away from him, and you're telling me that that's my way to get closer to him, that's a major contradiction. Obviously, it can't be true. And so what do we have to do? Go back to the roots. Go back to the roots, which means follow the saints. Follow what they did. And the saints never embraced their sin and said, this is who I am. If I could say one more thing about this, I would say, again, one of my mantras people hear me constantly saying is, you are not your thoughts, you are not your feelings. And about a year ago, I added a third one, you are not your sin. You are not your thoughts, you are not your feelings, you are not your sin. What are you? You are deep down the saint that Christ has made you to be.